This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now. This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now.
Welcome back to the Junior Oil with Manning and Jacko. Man, oh man, it was a great game out here at Rogers Place. We are live right now in action. Teams kind of fiddling out now, taking pictures, just appreciating this great event that they put on today. Josh, it was a kind of a roller coaster of a game, as I would describe it, but the way I would describe it is kryptonite. Blue cannot figure out orange, and I don't know how.
Well, right from the get-go, Orange came out the better team, the stronger team, first 10 minutes of the game. Blue, however, they were able to respond late in that first period, come back a little bit, and that second period was back and forth. But ultimately, like you said, Blue, once Orange got that lead, they never looked back in the third period. Yep. They were able to hold it, strangle them, squeeze the last bit of life out of them.
Yep, for sure.
And Orange didn't look back. And, Team Blue, they can't figure out Orange.
No, they can't. Some important things to note. The stretch passes were huge. There was multiple chances for Orange on the stretch pass. It ended up working out with the Ben Harvey breakaway, Josh. And, man, oh, man, there's something they definitely saw, Josh, in that, because they saw it with Grand Prairie. Grand Prairie stretched them in that first period, and the Junior Oilers Blue figured it out. They couldn't seem to figure it out tonight. It was not a great night for their back end. I would not say they have a great back end, but it was not their best night.
Not tonight. Time and time again, Team Blue in their own zone, just horrendous giveaways.
I would agree.
Completely undisciplined giveaways, and that allowed Orange just to capitalize on their opportunities, keep Blue hemmed in their own zone, because ultimately, Blue in their own zone, they weren't hard enough on the pucks.
Yeah.
They weren't. When they were trying to clear out the puck, they were just kind of
a lot of giveaways.
Yeah, all loosey-goosey,
for sure.
not really hard enough to get it out into neutral territory. And you got to give Orange credit, though.
For sure.
You got to give Orange credit because their forecheck was tenacious.
Yeah.
They were all over that offensive zone, and they didn't allow Blue much time and space to move the puck out. But, if you're Blue, you got to be harder on the puck,
For sure.
You got to be.
I think if you eliminate that deep stretch pass from Ben Harvey, we could be looking at a different final score tonight.
Well, also, with that said, though, if you don't have Nathan Salisbury between your pipes,
I would agree.
It's a completely different
game. I would give credit to the Orange goalies as well. They faced 40 shots tonight, and they only allowed 2 goals. So, big shout-out. A lot of the chances weren't as high quality as we saw from Orange tonight, but there was still a lot of pucks on net, and the bounce just didn't go Blue's way at times.
Well, there was a couple of posts that Blue had, a couple opportunities in the Blue paint, but Oliver Bricks, solid.
Yep.
Kiselevich came in relief about halfway through the game, solid.
Yeah.
And their goaltending all year, though, has been pretty consistent.
I would totally agree.
Yeah. But that was a big win for Team Orange because that brings them within 1 point of the Rangers, who lead them in the standings for that 4th spot.
Yeah.
So that was a well-needed win for Orange. Sure. And these two teams play again before the season's out.
Yeah.
They have another matchup.
Which is huge.
I have to check my notes, but I believe it's in February. One of the last home games at the Bill Hunter Arena. Yeah. They play each other again.
And we might even see that in the playoffs.
And they might see them in the playoffs.
If Orange can take this and use it as fire, make this a hard run, that would be great because they have not had the greatest season, Josh. In terms of comparing them, it has been a wild season for them. Yeah.
Blue obviously having the better record coming into this one, but you wouldn't know in this game. This game was quite evenly matched, as it always is when these two teams play. Yeah. But the way you got to give Orange credit for locking it down in that third period. Once they got that 2-goal lead, they didn't look back. Yeah,
there's another point I wanted to make out. Blue missing their top 2 guys, right? Ashton Lee moving on to the Devon Extreme in the AJHL. Yeah. And also missing Eric Ripka out for the season. It's really, really tough when you're missing 2 of your best players. And I thought it showed tonight, Josh. Their offensive chances weren't as much missing those 2 guys, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're missing your top 2 players, it's not going to go as well. and they haven't played Orange with missing those two guys, Josh. So that's a very important note.
Yeah, and the top scorers for Blue, they weren't there. They weren't capitalizing on their opportunities.
I would agree.
And
Flashes for sure. But
yeah, well, but they didn't contribute. The 2 goals for Blue coming from Lucas Phillips scoring his 7th of the season, and Mason Renault scoring his 3rd of the year. Those were the 2 lone goals for Blue. On the other end, Orange, their best scorer, scored.
Ben Harvey.
Ben Harvey.
He was a beast tonight.
Yeah, he was all over the ice.
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
He scored his 14th of the year.
Yeah.
And Brett Barnes, he opened the scoring. He scored his 3rd of the year.
Yeah.
Maddox Clark, which I think was probably was the game winner.
Yeah.
He scored with about a minute 15 remaining in that second period. He scored his 5th of the season, and Carter Hillaby scored his 3rd of the year. But that 3rd goal by Maddox Clark, that's what the difference was.
Yeah.
Scoring
it
late
was,
in the second period, the game winner.
Yeah.
It was kind of a fluky goal. Salisbury didn't know where it was.
Yeah. It was just he got tripped up and he just fell down and he shoved his stick at the puck.
Yeah.
And there's lots of traffic. Salisbury, I mean, he had no idea where the puck was.
Yeah.
And it found its way to squeak by. And there's that puck luck, right? It's going to happen. But Blue, to be honest, they didn't find a way to rebound in this hockey game. I know they outshot them. But, again, you give up big chances in your own zone. Your D loses the puck. You get outstretched. You probably got outcoached in that game as well. You're going to lose the game.
Yeah. All in all, I think Orange played the better game, even though I think Blue outshot them.
Yeah.
But with that said, a lot of the chances weren't grade A opportunities.
No.
Orange did a good job in their own zone.
Yes, for sure.
Clogging up the
I'd
middle.
agree.
Especially on the penalties.
Yep.
They just clogged up the middle, not allowing grade A opportunities, not allowing opportunities from the slot.
Yep.
And it was relatively, even though it was 40 shots against, it was a relatively easy night for Bricks and Kiselevich.
For sure.
They didn't have to make any crazy outstanding saves.
I would agree.
Like Salisbury did.
Yeah.
Salisbury had to make a
lot.
ton of huge
Especially
saves.
Early. He was very good in the game early.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Salisbury, this game would have been over in the first period.
Yeah, I would agree.
Right?
I would agree.
So I guess with that said, we should get into our 3 stars of the game.
Yeah. I'll let you do the 3
Okay.
and the 1.
Okay. So my 3rd star of this game will be, I'm going to say Brett Barnes. He was all over the ice. He scored a goal, and he was a factor in the defensive zone, and obviously scoring a goal too,
Yeah,
a big goal.
I would agree.
So Brett Barnes would be my 3rd star.
I think the 2nd star, I'm going to round it in one general section. I'm going to say the goaltending in this hockey game. Very, very good, both ways.
That's a cop-out. You can't do that.
I'm going to do it. I mean, I can't pick and choose one goaltender. I know Salisbury was, in terms of the miraculous saves, made the most miraculous saves. Again, they lost the hockey game. The 2 goalies split in this game. I'm just going to say the goaltending in general was the 2nd star.
Okay, all right. I mean, it is your show too, so you can do whatever you want. And I guess for star number 1 in this hockey game,
I think you
That's a
got to
tough
give
one.
it to the big scorer himself. That's who I.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking
Yeah.
Ben Harvey.
Yeah,
Ben Harvey scoring his 14th of the year.
that really.
He's been
put it-
the stir that the straw that stirs the drink for the Team Orange. He's been leading in all categories offensively, and he continued his offensive prowess in this hockey game, scoring his 14th.
Yeah.
And
Put
those
that
are-
one to bed. Yeah.
those are our 3 stars.
Huge win for Orange. Let's see if they can carry it through.
Yes, and so just one more big thank you to the Junior Oilers and Hockey Edmonton.
for sure.
This is a dream come true. Shout out to my boy Tyson Jelena, for doing the video and getting some footage of us. And shout out to my sister Naomi as well, getting some pictures. My brother Caleb, and thank you very much. Got to keep it fresh. And I can't be more thankful for being here. Final thoughts?
I totally agree. It was a great hockey game. Can't wait to be back here on January 26th when the girls are here taking on Lloyd, trying to stay undefeated. That is going to be fun one.
It's insane.
A crazy hockey team, but looking forward. I'm pretty sure we have some games this weekend as well. So looking forward to get back to the home bar and keeping going.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, that was It's tonight at Rogers Place with a huge 4-2 victory. Junior Oilers Orange come out on top again. That was the Junior Oil with Manning and Jacko.
Thank you.